Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom. I have just witnessed in tropical Milton Keynes 0, Ipswich Town 1, another pre-season friendly, only one to go now and more learned tonight. Let me take you through this Ipswich team. So Białkowski in goal, played the whole 90. Back four today, Spence, Knudsen comes back from the World Cup looking very confident. Chambers, Wolfenden still there, no more progress on another centre back. Now 10 days to go, although Chalabar is now done with England under 19, so maybe we will see him on Saturday. Will we see him at centre back? Who knows? Possibly, quite likely I think. Centre midfield, Downs and Skews, same as Saturday at Barnet. The line of three off the front, Ward to the right, Sears in the 10 position and Edwards to the left. That's not going to last that long. They do swap after 15 minutes. Up front though, Ellis Harrison, his debut, $750,000 I think he signed for from Bristol Rovers, and we saw him for the first time today. I won't go through the MK team. Needless to say, they were relegated down to League 2. So behind me is a very beautiful looking Premier League style stadium that's going to be in League 2 next season. I have Paul Tisdale, he of the hats, not that he was wearing one tonight that I saw. They lined up 4-1, 4-1. That's all I'll say. And Ipswich were pretty dominant in the first half. 2 minutes in, Ward pounces on a loose ball. He feeds Harrison. First shot gets blocked, second one over. Ward started looking very lively, very useful. We've heard so much about this pressing. I think Ward can definitely play himself into that front right position with his energy. A very useful runner. A nice glimpse of Edwards on 11, flips the ball over his head and then accelerates away from the fullback. No delivery from the left side though, so it's going to be interesting to see Hurst, whether he's going to try inverse wingers or orthodox wingers. Well, we saw because they swap on 15. But before that, great move down the right. Spence gets forward into Ward, slides it into Sears. He makes the run in behind, cross to the back post. Britton just gets there ahead of Edwards, who's arriving at the back post. Good energy. So this is the point where Edwards and Ward swap, and we go to Ward on the left, Edwards on the right. So one orthodox winger, one inverse winger. He's going to need to figure this out, Hurst, so watch this space. Very noticeably today, different I think than Barnet, the distance from front to back. We've heard that Shrewsbury were a nightmare to play against. Ipswich were quite a lot more compact today. Arrigo Saki would have been proud. The whole 20 metres rule from back to front was very much being applied, and you can see if they get that to work and they're that compact in that box, they will be very hard to play against. So that looked good, and that looked a lot more close to being implemented today. Ball over the top, Harrison chases on, good pace here. The defence kind of catches him up as he controls it. He feeds Sears, who takes it onto his right foot, and he's quite tightly marked and he shoots it wide. Sears comes forward here on 20. Great overlap by Knudsen. One touch, low cross by him. Downs is arriving. Last ditch tackle in there. Knudsen onto rebound shot from Sears here. Classy back heel from Knudsen. He looked very, very confident today. Blasts it first time across the face. Sorry, he feeds Ward with the back heel, who blasts it across the face. Yeah, Knudsen did look confident on the ball today. Ipswich free kick loaded in. Wolfenden heads it back. Great interception from Nichols on Chambers. Ipswich are dominating. You can hear by all the chances. Very, very on top. Very aggressive tackling in there in the final third. Chambers pushing everybody forward, hemming them in. Really, I know there was no goal in this half, but I thought you could really see what Hurst is going to attempt with the first team. Ward corner, Chambers wins the header. This would have been a hell of a goal. It flies up in the air. Chambers watches, the defender doesn't. He then smashes the volley at goal. Probably nearly concusses the defender on the volley. Was definitely going goal bound there. Great Ipswich press here on 32, swarming all over, pass back to the keeper and diving in on top of it. Ward picks up, feeds Harrison, squares it up to Skews, typical cautious Skews shot with the right foot. That one gets blocked out. Then the aforementioned Skews, beautiful switch of play on a half volley. Edwards, good dribble again, squared to Downs. His 25-yarder gets blocked. Loads of quick turnovers here, so another feature of the apparent Hurst-Shrewsbury style. Great turn by McGrandles here. This is the irony of all this. MK Counton probably have equal to any chance Ipswich had in the whole half. Gilby gets slid in behind. He's in a really good position. Shoots it across goal without working Białkowski. So really good 35 minutes from Ipswich. They didn't score, and then they gave away a good chance. This is the problem with the press, that McGrandles actually broke the Ipswich press way up the pitch. He's in a defensive midfield position, but once you do that, he kind of did a sort of clever turn, and Ipswich were kind of done for after that. So that'll be interesting how they recover those moments where they're, you know, pushed up and swarmed in, because you will give away chances doing that. Ward cross for Harrison, big leap by him, looked good in the air there. Header not far wide, certainly springy heels from the new signing. Big tackle by Downs in the midfield. Chambers, great ball through, and Harrison's running in behind the defence now. Stretches them, one touch, shoots left footed, well blocked. We're nearly at the end of the first half. I'm only going through this just to prove how much Ipswich were dominant in the first half. Ward sidesteps his man, bit of a half-hearted left footer. He had Luke Chambers. It's one of these things when you're friendly, you can hear he had Luke Chambers yelling, one-on-one, shoot, and I think he was baited into shooting by his captain. I thought Ipswich was really good in that half. There was a very clear game plan. They wanted to be more compact, so less distance between front and back. They were noticeably aggressive, hunting down back fours. So you would think possession teams will have to play through them, and long ball teams, well, if they're pushed up that far, should be meat and drink for Ipswich centre halves. Encouraging if that system can work. A really good first 35 minutes. Tailed off for the last 10 as the energy levels dropped, and I thought Ward was particularly good. Harrison looked very versatile and very useful. Could run in behind, could link up with his back to goal, and a couple of times good in the air. All that being said, they didn't score. I hear you cry. You know, how can you play so well and not score? So no final product there. Skews gets a rest. He comes out at half time. Dazelle comes in. Harrison comes in left to right. Good curling shot here. Works the keeper quite creative there. Good save, and then Spence heads over from the corner. Downs drives forward, shoots at goal from 25 yards, deflects into keeper's arm. He should have gone earlier then. I think we've seen a real confident Downs really drive and take the shot on a little bit earlier there, if there's any criticism. Great chance for Williams here for MK. He arrives at the back post. He's pretty free. Point blank header, sort of 6 yards out, and Chambers gets in the way, diverts it early. Then Marley from the corner picks it up on the edge of the box, left foot, a bit of a lame shot, easy save by Bart, but best little period for MK there. Another great flash from Edwards. I haven't seen him piece. Well, he's got the assist against Barnet, but really mugged his defender off. He dribbled up to him, went one-on-one, and like dinked it over the guy's foot as he went in for the tackle. I've not seen that move before, and he's got really good acceleration, but got in these positions a couple of times and no goals from it. But there's going to be a point where he'll do some crazy assist, and someone will get lots of YouTube views copying that. So some encouragement there from Edwards. Here comes the goal on 57. Horrible mistake. So it's a diagonal ball. Ward is chasing in, but it should be a simple knock back to the keeper on the half. Now on the full volley from the MK defender, he completely messes it up. It should go back to the keeper. It kind of goes square, and then it's just like Laurel and Hardy here. Ward runs in. All the League Two players are running in, and Ward goes way quicker, and they just tug him down. Penalty upsets Sears. Waghorn not on the pitch. Sears goes up, runs diagonally in left to right. lays the keeper down, sticks it in the other corner. Good penalty from Sears. Looked very confident. At this point, out comes Knudsen, in comes Kenlock, and the subs all start now. Roberts in for Harrison, so Sears goes up front. Ward goes into the 10 position, Roberts down the wing. Ward free kick up into the air on the roof from Edwards. A couple of chances from MK. A long ball flicked over and Paula in behind. Hasn't got the legs on Chambers, although Chambers had a cheeky tug at his shirt there. Shoots it left-footed straight at Bart. We're at 67 and the white flag kind of goes up. End of match really. Quadruple sub from MK, and the pace then sort of slows down, and it's Ipswich trying to see it out. Free kick loaded in. McGrandles throws himself at it. He's not far away there. Great chance this as well for MK on 70. Ipswich take their foot off the pedal here. Now Skews is off. Knudsen's off, some experience gone there. Overload on the back post. Nesbitt is in. He's 8 yards out. He tries to right foot, side foot it into the corner, but the big pole in the goal, the big right hand comes out. First silly save from Bialkowski this season. He's not going to be beaten, but really Nesbitt should have scored that. Good chance. Quintuple sub this time from MK, so they've pretty much substituted their whole team now. I couldn't keep up. Lancaster comes in for Sears, so Roberts goes up front and Lancaster goes in the 10 position. One more chance. Ward dribbles and shoots, deflects wide. So I think we learned a bit more today. There was much clearer how compact that they wanted to be. That seemed to be much more evident today than it was at Barnet on Saturday. They were much more aggressive, chopping and tackling at the top. And the three that started off behind Harrison were Sears, Ward and Edwards, all very pacey players. So the team just had a far more, not athletic, because the previous managers' teams were athletic in their own way, but what's the word, a lot more lively and sort of sprightly. You're going to want to know how Harrison was. He was good. He's fundamentally looks very good. He's I would say he's quick without being lightning quick, but quick enough to stretch defences, strong enough to hold up, good enough in the air, good enough on the ball, sort of slotted in fairly well for his first game. Interesting that he didn't take the penalty. Obviously they've got this all figured out, but that might have been a chance to get him on the score sheet, although some of you'd argue that Sears needs the goals more than Harrison does. So I think a good start from Harrison. Otherwise, I thought Ward played well. Nice to see Bialkowski played the whole game, and I do like Wolfenden, but that position needs to be filled before 10 days' time. Someone needs to be in next to Chambers. Knudsen seems to have come back quite assured. I don't know if he's his opinion of himself has gone up, having he's a World Cup footballer now. He was kind of acting like one. So if he can play like one, then we'll all be very, very pleased with that. I suppose what everyone's going to say though is Waghorn was there. He sat on the bench for the whole game, and the conclusion that will be drawn is that Hurst wasn't risking him because he didn't want him to be injured ahead of whatever move may be on. I hope that's not the case, but I'm sure that's the conclusion people are going to jump to, other than just Harrison was going to get the chance. It looks like the plan and the system is a little bit closer to happening. It still looks like the players aren't quite fit enough to do it, although I don't know whether that's just a pre-season thing or a weather heat wave type thing. But it is very, very clear that they do need, and time's running out now, they do need to sign a couple of players. Anyway, that was my thoughts on the game. I thought it was pretty positive, especially the first 35 minutes, although they need to, you know, get a bit of cutting edge up the front there. But I suppose you've got your best striker sat on the bench. Maybe they would have had it if he was there. I'm going to stop waffling now. Let me know what you think in the comments on any of those things. Harrison, whether there's any significance in Waghorn not playing. Did you think Ward looked good? Is Sears going to manage to play himself in the team? Is he going to be off ski? We'll see what happens there, but let me know what you think in the comments. Thumbs up if you like. If you're watching for the first time, thank you, and please subscribe. Lots of videos coming up during the season. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom, and we'll be back on Saturday for the West Ham game, and then away we go, full steam ahead. The season is upon us. Thank you very much. Goodbye.